I'm putting together some hidden Tang knives, and I thought that I would make a short video here and show y'all how we go about doing our hidden Tang knives, give you an idea of what all goes into one of these. Hidden Tang knives have been around for years and years. The hidden Tang simply means that the whole tang is covered with material, and you do not see your tang. This is the tang of the knife, and you do not see your tang anywhere. It's all covered. Hidden Tang knives have been around for years, as I said, and they have served very well in all kinds of environments, work very well. They are sometimes it's debated amongst others that the full tang is a better knife because it won't break off. You can get cracked risers in here, and the handle may break off and all of that on one of these. Well, if it's not heat treated right or done right, well, yeah, you can get stress risers in here and all, but if you do this right, it's going to be soft in here, and it'll be a tough knife. So it's debatable whether that's true or not. The old K-bar is proof of that it's been around for years and years. Randall's knives have been around for a long time, work very well. So basically, for the modern guy, he's gonna not have any trouble with the hidden Tang knife if you're getting it from a reputable person who does a good job on their heat treating. Okay, here's the way we do it. This one has been heat treated already. As you can see, it's still got the black on it here. I knocked some of the stuff off here. This guard will be the next thing it goes on. I build all these. We build these ourselves. I just built this one out of bar stock. You cut off a piece of bar stock like this, cut it off, and you make this guard. You have to knock a hole in it with a drill press, and then you come back and file that out square where it'll slip on over the tang. Then you put it on the knife like this, and then you take it and you have to silver solder it onto the blade where it's good and stationary, and all these little gaps are filled in. You got a good joint right there. It's very stable, works very well. This one, you can do these guards out of different materials on handmade knife. We offer several options. The reason you have to charge different prices because different things cost more and they are harder to do. Like if you wanted to do this one out of nickel silver, well, you have to cut it out of a plate like this, nickel silver plate, and then you cut your guard out like this, and then you have to mark it off and cut it out and knock holes in it and shape it and everything, and then put it on the knife. So it's more involved, plus the nickel silver costs more. So it costs more for the nickel silver than it does for the brass. And same thing, I can even do them out of stainless steel like this, so you can, but you still got to cut it out and do everything. It comes in different thicknesses and everything, and this one was cut out already. It's been cut out for a butt cap. So that's the way that runs. The reason that there's different prices because of the work involved mainly, but also the price of the materials. Behind that, I'm going to put on this particular knife, I'm just making a basic style one, and it's going to have these spacers that'll go on over the tang like that. These spacers are each individually done out of spacer material, vulcanized spacer material. You just cut it out of stuff like this. It's like old gasket material that you used to use on motors and all to seal gaskets, only it's colored and it's vulcanized, nice good spacer material. You can use other stuff too. We use aluminum or silver or brass and different things, but it has to all be cut out into little squares like this and holes punched through them like this to be able to fit on over the tang, and you slip that on over the tang, and then you take these washers and you have to knock holes in them also. You have to knock holes through the deal, and then you slip them on over the Tang also. And you just stack everything on there, and as you're stacking it on, well, you're using epoxy, and you're putting it on behind each one of these. You have to put epoxy behind each one of them. Make sure you have epoxy on them where it's all one solid piece when you put it together. And that way it's one solid piece of handle. It is not separated. It's molded all together. Then when you get down to the butt cap on ours, the way we do our end here, some people don't do it like this, but we do it like this to give you a good strong butt cap that won't break off. We take this butt cap and cut it out of a bar stock like this. It's been cut out of this, and then some of it's cut out of the round stuff, like this round piece of rod. You can cut it out a round piece like this to go on a knife. If it's going to be a commando handle, I usually use this. But anyhow, the way we do this is we use a 3/16 drill bit and drill through here, and then we drill for a lanyard hole through here, and then we take and we mortise out this. You go in pretty deep, but you mortise this out where when you put it on here, it slips on over the Tang like that, and you have a better joint. Now, we can also, instead of putting this threaded rod in here, we can also use a screw and just wait and slip this on and then put the screw into it like this one. You can see how the screw is screwed into the end of the Tang like that, and that holds everything together and cinches everything down together. And that's the way we do it. After you get all of this together, then you have to take it to the belt sander and contour it. Here's one that is made out of, it's got a nickel silver guard on it, it's got black micarta handle, and it's got silver and red, white, and blue spacers on it. It's got a aluminum butt cap. It's been, edges have been knocked off of it. It still has to be contoured. But this one is a stainless steel model, but it's still the same principle, the way the handle and all goes on. So that's the way we do a hidden Tang knife. All of our hidden Tangs are done virtually the same way. The only difference sometimes is when you don't have a butt cap that goes on the end of it, when it's just a slick end on it, no butt cap. Well, the Tang is usually somewhere along about this long, and then you either got holes drilled into the Tang, or you've got notches, or both, put into the Tang, and then you fill this block of micarta with epoxy, and you just slip it onto the Tang and cinch it down against the guard, and then the epoxy sets up and just holds it all together. Then you don't really need a butt cap if you've got a good solid piece of micarta on here. But when you've got washers like this one's going to have on it, well, you have to have the butt cap and something to cinch it all together. Or if you've got a handle that's a good many different pieces that's going on here to make it look different, well, you've got to have some kind of a butt cap to hold it all together and to cinch it down. And that's the way it all works.